This was the largest single-story building in the world, and it is still to this day. It's 526 feet tall, so that's about the size of about a 52-story building. Inside of here, there are 4 high bays. Inside the high bays, each of those can stack a whole Saturn V rocket or an SLS rocket. So we'll go inside and we'll see how we're getting that building ready to fly the SLS and Orion rocket coming up and space capsule. When we go into the vehicle assembly building, the area that we're going to be going into initially is called the low bay. You'll take a nice little gander at it and be amazed because it's pretty big as well. It's not that low. So when we do go in, though, we do ask that we walk through the side door and not the main entrance, just so that way car traffic and things can go through the main door. We're not going to get run over. And when we do, I know you're going to be shocked and awed by the whole thing, but if you can go ahead and step all the way inside and not just stop right in the doorway and block all of your companions from getting inside, that'd be most appreciated. As we're walking around, please watch your step. It is operational. There is a fair amount of activity going on inside the building. There could be loose screws or, you know, things like that on the floor, so do watch it. Don't trip, don't fall, any of that kind of stuff. If there's anything that is roped off or anything that has a line on the floor and so on, or a sign or a fence, please don't cross those lines or fences. That's for your safety. We don't know exactly what's happening at any moment in here as we're rolling up as a tour group, so make sure to stay out of their way so that we don't delay precious critical space hardware. Are there any questions before we go into the VAB? Yeah. The question was, can we leave things on the bus? The answer is 100% yes. You're welcome to leave anything on here you don't want to lug along, so that way you can maybe just take your devices or your cameras and so on, leave backpacks and bags and things like that here on the bus. As with yesterday, if you do need a comfort stop along the way, please let us know before it becomes a critical issue. That'd be most appreciated. That way we can reroute you over towards the bathrooms with enough advance warning so that we have no accidents. If anybody needs an elevator or ramps or things like that during today's tour, please give us a shout out before things happen. Let us know. That way we can route the tour around to those particular areas and so on. If you don't want to do a flight of steps and so on, there are a couple of places where we have a flight of steps, but we can easily reroute around a little bit longer to go and take elevators and so on. So no issues with that whatsoever. Just give us a heads up.
You are blessed. Yes. Take it.
Former sister-in-law is my dog.
All right, when we do go in here, there is a couple of restrictions to know about. One is that if you are in possession of matches or a cigarette lighter or something like that, please leave that on the bus. Do not take that inside with you. Additionally, if you have a car control key fob, please leave that on the bus as well. So, I know, it's complicated. You're more than welcome to bring in devices, cameras, yourself. Please don't lose yourself. That would be appreciated. Small, portable, yeah, that would be okay.